If you find yourself in situations where you are triggered, maybe you feel upset, frustrated, or angry, and it happens quite often, that means that you lack some self-awareness, and self-inquiry will be so beneficial for you. And in these situations, automatically you might be moved to blame other person. This is all because this guy. Or maybe you blame yourself. I'm so stupid, not good enough, why I'm doing this? Or maybe you blame the entire universe. Why this keeps happening to me? You know that this is not helpful on a long term, and you still have this emotional suffering that you need to go through. The good news that there is another way to deal with these situations. When you become aware of what's happening in the moment, you can actually stop and choose a new way to respond. But not only that, there is not only liberation from this emotional suffering that comes, but also it's the way to grow, to heal yourself. It's the way in your journey to wholeness. Let's take an example. Maybe your boss is asking you to send her a report urgently, and automatically you probably act in a defensive manner. Why is she doing this? Why is she asking me? Am I not doing a good job? Am I not a good employee? And you probably feel scared and afraid of your future and being judged. You also may be angry with your boss, while in reality, she just asked you to send her report. Maybe she just needs some information. So you reacted not to what happened, but actually to your perception of what happened. And it all comes from your subconscious patterns and beliefs that are rooted deeper in your unprocessed childhood memories. Probably in that moment when your boss asked you a report, you felt scared, afraid of judgment, exactly the same way as you felt with your parents or with your teachers. And that's the part of you that still believes that you're not good enough. And that's where the healing is required. Because otherwise, these unconscious patterns will run your life. While you're having these limiting beliefs, you will keep recreating certain situations and scenarios so you can be triggered, so some part could be activated in order for you to heal it. So maybe it's time for you to actually inquire what's happening, and you can be in charge of your subconscious belief and therefore of your life. And here how the process of self-inquiry can look like. In that moment when you feel that something is boiling, first of all, just become aware of that there is so much anger, it's even unproportional to the situation that is happening right now. So just take a break. Maybe you go to the bathroom, or maybe just take a few breaths so you can actually take a moment to understand what do you feel, which is the next step. Instead of focusing on the external situation and keep blaming the other person, release it, it's just the messenger, and focus on what's inside you that is activated. Because the material inside was already there. So feel and notice your bodily sensations, your emotions, what exactly that is happening. And just by staying with this feeling, it's already a healing process, it's already liberating. And then you can inquire further. What are my thoughts at this moment? Write down everything that you think in that moment and see it clearly with full honesty. And then you can contemplate and discover deeper beliefs about yourself and the world. What is that I believe in order to think and feel this way? And you can take it further by healing this part that was activated, that still believes in those old stories. Probably it's coming way far back from your childhood or some earlier memories. So understand what part of you that needs this healing right now. Maybe in that moment when your boss asked you a report, you felt exactly as a little girl, understand what she needs right now from you. So that's how you can integrate some of unprocessed emotional memories. And then you can question this perception about the situation. Is it true? What's the reality of that? And you can then contemplate, and that's how you will see new possibilities of what's happening, what this person was actually doing, and what was happening with you. And that's how you liberate yourself from these unconscious patterns that hold you back. This type of work is not one-time thing, It requires consistent work of observation, self-reflection, and probably at the beginning, if you just understand what's happening, that's already great. If you're able to stay with the feeling and process it, amazing, already healing happening. And if you would like to go deeper and need some support, you can also work with someone in order to learn how to be completely honest with yourself, how to notice subconscious patterns and also heal them. And also you can take some time for self-reflection, but eventually it will just become the way you live, and it would be just in a moment. So if you would like to master your skill of self-inquiry, become more aware of yourself, and in addition to that, if you would like to actually address subconscious beliefs that are rising, heal and process emotional memories, then I am inviting you to apply for one-on-one holistic therapy with me. So I usually design a program for every person, and my approach is to use different healing modalities. So then it becomes even more powerful because we approach it from always how you experience the world. I use hypnotherapy, breathwork, compassionate inquiry, also Reiki and different exercises and processes for self-awareness, and even more. So if you're interested, then the first step would be to book a discovery call. So then we could understand how we could work together. We can also see what is your current situation, and I will help you understand what are these subconscious patterns that hold you back. I could recommend you certain therapies and modalities that will be useful specifically for you. And we can also see if we match and if we would like to work together. So if this sounds like something that will profoundly benefit you, you book a call first, so then you can be selected for limited spots that I have. I hope to see some of you on the other side, and thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope that this information was useful to you. Thank you.